Hey guys, how's it going? Beautiful day out in nature today. I'm just reflecting after a day's work with clients, and I'm thinking about fate, destiny, and free will. And I'm thinking about how this always seems to be a tripod, pillars that show up in every single session to some variant degree. And usually it's associated to the experience of life when things turn into disarray, a moment of chaos, crisis, disalignment, or as I like to call it, cosmic realignment. And when these moments come up, we can't avoid them, but how we approach our energy towards them often can be the difference in changing everything to do with our experience in the present moment. So I thought I'd just leave this little video as a reflection on that. And if you are somebody who is finding yourself in a moment of crisis or just needing some philosophical thoughts to mull things over, then maybe this video has something for you. Maybe also you just want to hang out with me. It's lovely to have you here. So let's tap into this. So first of all, let's just begin with unpacking what each of them mean. Fate, destiny, free will. They're pretty loaded words. They're big, they're philosophical. And I don't have all the answers. These are just posed as a mirror for you to reflect upon what they mean for you. I'll share with you what they mean for me. And I'll begin with fate, because this is a word. Obviously, it might be difficult for me to not say destiny because the two feel similar. But fate is, in my understanding, what is definite, what is absolute, experiences that happen to us that we cannot change. So we can look back in the past and we can see our experiences, where we were born, how we were raised, anything that's happened to us in life. These are experiences that were fated to happen. You can't change it. And with this line of thought, with this line of thinking, surely that means that there is more things that are destined to happen, but it is part of our fate. They are fated to happen. And this could be right up until the point that we die. It could be that we are fated to die in a certain way at a certain time at a certain age, and there is nothing we can do about it. And perhaps one of the blessings of being a human is we don't know how and when, so we can live our life moment to moment, appreciate the sweetness, the rays of the sunshine above us, the walks in nature with our dog. You can't see him, but I thought he'd being shot there. But anyway, there are moments of fatedness that just happen in that way. And one could say that this is part of our destiny. But I'm going to go into that in a little bit more detail in a moment. But I just want to say that in alignment with fate, it could be that once our soul has completed its karma or had a series of lessons, or our consciousness has evolved to all the learning that this physical representation of ourselves has achieved, that is when our time is up. So it might not even be connected to a time and a date. It could be just when the experience is here. I don't know. Mulling things over. I want to know how this resonates with you as these thoughts are coming to me. But I just think it's really interesting to contemplate about, and I hope it's interesting for you to listen to. But this takes us into destiny. And destiny for me as a therapist is what's so exciting, because I believe that we all have a destiny. Free will is associated with destiny because I think we have the choice. You can choose to step into your destiny or not. You can choose to carve your own path in life. You can choose to surrender to an inner flow and let that guide you. All sorts of factors play into destiny and what that is. And again, it could be fated. It could be fated that we are given the consciousness to mull this over, to debate it in our own mind. Am I in alignment with my destiny? I don't know, but maybe that is part of our coding that allows us to have the fate to think about it. You see how it's complicated? They overlap, don't they? But let's go deeper on destiny. I think that destiny is a calling from within. It's an essence of the soul. The soul knows, I am here for something. Maybe it's a feeling of I am here for greatness, or I am here to complete art, or I'm here to write a book, or I'm here to be the CEO of a huge company. I just know it, and that is part of my destiny. But free will is where we have the choice. So I keep going back to this. I think we're so lucky that we have free will. I think we're so lucky that we can choose to be in alignment or not, and to make our own decisions. But how do we know if we are in an alignment? Because sometimes we're faced with challenges and we break through those challenges and we learn, and then the next experience comes, which is part of our destiny. And sometimes we know when we're just in the flow. And it's a really tumultuous landscape. The window of whether it's in alignment or not is very small. Like, I liken being in alignment to a sensation of being on a boat, a ship on the ocean, calm seas, and the wind is behind us. Things are just happening. Things are just falling into place. We have an air of acceptance, trust, surrender to life, that it's all just happening as it needs to. When things aren't in alignment, we might feel full of anxiety. We might feel really anxious, nervous, scared, ill, maybe. But again, that could be our destiny to have those experiences. But I think deep down we know when something's right for us. And that comes from something coded deep within that goes, this is the path I have to take. And so when people say the path of least resistance or the path of resistance, sometimes those two are interchangeable. But tuning into the heart and asking, is this in alignment with my highest purpose? Is this part of my destiny? These are good questions to ask. And you have the free will to do that. And these are things that I pick apart with my client moment to moment. And I think having the relationship between each of these thoughts moment to moment is the key. Is this in my destiny? Is this in my alignment? Is this part of my fate? But most importantly, do I have a right to choose, and can I make these decisions for myself? And just by unpacking these with all the people that I work with, I witness this journey of how maybe the three work together. So if you'd like to explore this on a deeper level, to have a mirror to reflect back to you, your journey, to unpack your fate, consider your destiny, build your right for free will, and building the life that is within alignment to you. I work as a therapist. Feel free to reach out to me. You can message me. All the details are below. If that doesn't float your boat, that's okay. Just give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more therapist thoughts. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you today on this beautiful walk, and I hope you have a beautiful day. See you in the next one.